No, no, I'm not busy. I'm not swamped. I don't have a conflict. I'm just not doing it. Did that just make you uncomfortable? Good. That discomfort is the feeling of a boundary that does not have a handle for you to grab onto. Most women are taught to build boundaries out of glass so people can see right through them and negotiate the terms. Today, we are going to build them out of stone. Welcome back to Soriah and Nikole. To hit the level of authority that we are talking about, we have to perform surgery on your vocabulary. There are 5 specific leaks where your power is draining out of your mouth before you even finish the sentence. The just filter. We use just to shrink ourselves. I just wanted to follow up. I'm just checking in. You aren't just doing anything. You are a high value asset executing a task. When you say just, you are apologizing for being perceived. Delete it out your vocabulary. It's not, I just think we should change the strategy. It is, the strategy needs to change. And here's why. The upspeak. This is a tonal leak. Many women in their statements with a rising pitch, making a command sound like a question. I'll have that to you by Friday? No. I will deliver that to you on Friday. One is a request for approval, and the other is a fact of the universe. The I feel shield. Stop saying, I feel like this isn't working. Feelings are subjective. They can be debated. Say, this is not working. Facts are objective. They must be dealt with. When you lead with I feel, you are telling the room that your data is actually an emotion. They will treat it accordingly. I know I would. Next is the sorry reflex. If you're not at fault for a moral failing or a massive error, sorry has no business in your mouth. Sorry to bother you is a confession that you believe your presence is a nuisance. You are not a bother, you are the solution. The does that make sense track. This is the most dangerous one. When you ask this, you are putting your intellect on trial. You are asking permission to be right. If they didn't understand, let them ask. Don't audit yourself for them. Let's look at how this plays out in the real world. Your boss asks you to take on a project outside of your scope that will kill your weekend. The manageable version? Oh, I'd love to help, but I actually had my sister's birthday this weekend, and I've already worked late 3 nights this week. I don't think I can fit that in right now. Does that make sense? I'm so sorry. You just gave them 4 hooks to hang you with. They'll say, bring your sister to the office, it's okay. Or take Monday off instead. You invited a negotiation. How I would answer that? I won't be able to take that on. My current plate is at capacity. With the rollout and adding this would compromise the quality of both. We can revisit the priority list on Monday if you would like to shift my focus. Notice, no apology, no just, no sister's birthday. The reason you can't do it is because you are professional, protecting the quality of your work. That is unarguable. Why is it so hard to stop explaining? Because we are addicted to being understood. If we think they understand our why, they won't be mad. Here's the cold truth. People who want to overstep your boundaries do not care about your why. They only care about your yes. When you explain, you are submitting yourself to their judgment. You are saying, here's my evidence. Here, please find me innocent of being a difficult woman. Be found guilty. Who cares? Be found guilty. Let them think you are difficult. Let them think you are cold. The reward for being warm and understandable is more work and less respect. The reward for being cold and clear is a protected life with boundaries. If you're looking for another journal to process your feelings, this is not it. Most journals are designed to help women tolerate situations that they should be exiting. That is not what this is. Unapologetically lit exists for the moment after awareness. When you stop explaining, stop shrinking, and realizing that insight without action is just another form of compliance. If you do not redirect your thinking here, you will be default right back into being manageable. This isn't reflection, it's reconditioning. These pages interrupt the habits that keep you agreeable, available, and overlooked. If you're ready to stop being digestible and start being undeniable, the journal is linked below. Do not buy it if you plan to keep apologizing. Open your unapologetically lit journal. Write down the name of one person who always makes you feel like you have to justify yourself. Under their name, write down 3 non-negotiable responses. The first one, that does not work for me. The second one, I've made my decision. And the third one is silence. Your challenge for the next 24 hours, the first time someone asks you why after you say no, respond with, because that is what I have decided. Nothing else. No context. Just that fact. Stop explaining. Start occupying. Comment below, I am the authority. Here's the part no one teaches you. When you stop explaining, people don't suddenly understand you. They test you. They poke at the silence. They search for the old version of you that used to fold, stand 10 toes down on all of your decisions. This is where most women panic and start talking again. not because they were wrong, but because they were trained to confuse discomfort with danger. Let me be clear. Your authority does not require consensus. Your boundaries do not need witnesses. And your decisions do not improve when they are watered down for comfort. Being misunderstood is not a failure. It is a side effect of no longer being able to be manipulated. And if you can sit in that, if you can let people project, assume, speculate without correcting the record, you will notice something really profound. Your life gets quieter, your time gets cleaner, and the people who remain treat you differently. Authority is not something you perform. It is something that you protect. And this is your reminder. You do not owe anyone the version of you they found convenient. Here's the part no one names. At some point, we stop trusting ourselves. We stop trusting our gut, the first intelligence we were born with. We stop trusting our heart, the part of us that knows before it explains. We stop trusting our own knowing, because somewhere along the way, we were taught that certainty without permission was dangerous. So we learned to look outside of ourselves for approval, for reassurance, for validation, and for consensus. We learned to crowdsource our own instincts until our inner voice got quiet. But your gut was never wrong. It was overridden. Your heart was never naive. It is disciplined out of you. And your knowing did not disappear. It was buried under other people's comfort. When you seek consensus, what you are really saying is, I don't trust myself to stand alone. And that is the real cause. Authority does not come from being agreed with. It comes from being aligned with your body, aligned with your truth, aligned with the part of you that doesn't need witnesses. You do not need more validation. You need more self-trust. You do not need permission. You need more integrity. And the moment you stop asking the room what it thinks, your life starts answering to you again. I'm Soriah Nikole, and this is your reminder. You were never meant to lead by consensus. You were meant to lead by knowing.
But somewhere along the road, I felt the shift. The days turned heavy like an unseen rift. The girl that I was began to fade.